video, the Jeep gets painted Anvil.
Let's do this.
Alright, so we have our frame and all of our other big parts that we need to make this a rolling chassis back from powder coating. The roll cage and the front bumper have a kind of a gritty texture on them, and the rims, transmission cross member, and frame all have a gloss black powder coat. And so now we're just going to put the body onto the frame so we can have a rolling chassis to send it to paint.
Alright guys, so the body is mounted to the frame, as you can see. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the fenders on. Alright guys, well she's back to looking like a real Jeep. Man, this one I'm starting to get excited. It's cool after soda blasting. You can probably see, yeah, you can see it on camera. There's the old Laredo stripes. They're kind of embedded into the metal. So yeah, I mean it's starting to come together. So the next thing I'm going to put on is tailgate. Alright guys, so every single element of the body has been bolted up. It's looking real nice, so next thing we'll do is start getting her rolling. Alright guys, so here they are. They're absolutely beautiful. Camera doesn't do them justice. They're 33s, 10.5 ratio on 15-inch rims. Really nice. They got some really aggressive tread. They're the X3s, mud terrain. Just grabber right there. That's pretty sick. So I haven't seen many CJ7s with general grabbers, but it's gonna look really sick. Alright, so here they are mounted up on the rims. I don't know, I'm telling you, these make these axles look pretty dinky, so hopefully we don't have any trouble with that. Got the wire wheel putting in work. So we'll clean these up and we'll bolt on our loose strings. Alright guys, rear axle's all bolted up. Oh yeah, I do have a brake rebuild kit, but that's going to come later, so don't worry about that. So yeah, I'll jack it up, put the tires on, and let her down and see how it looks with those general drivers on there. Alright guys, here they are. It's looking really, really good. Let me back up a little bit, show you a good... Yeah. This is the point where I'm starting to get excited. It's looking really, really cool. Might need some spacers later on down the road. There's no clearance issues, but there might be some flex issues, so we'll worry about that after we have an engine in it. So I think the next thing I'll do is I'll throw some shocks on. Alright, rear shocks are on. There's some Rubicon Express shocks, pretty nice. Okay, now moving on to Bondo, which hopefully will be our last step other than putting the front axle on, but we don't have enough parts to do that yet. So I'm just gonna do some Bondo. Overall it's pretty good. There's a couple dents in the tailgate, a little more finishing up this trouble panel, as well as fixing up some of the dents we hammered out, just making them a little bit smoother. And then here on the hood, we'll have to do some sculpting. But yeah, the hood's straight, super straight. So is the top of this, as well as the side. Looking really good. Man, just look at those tires. Alright, we got Joe working on our trouble panel. This is all smoothed out, as well as the front of our fenders, with the exception of this little dent. This is looking really good. Same thing here, and then there's some cheese. Alright, so we're getting the leaf springs on the front axle because the stuff we need is here, so let's do it. Alright guys, so the steering box is in, but I kind of overlooked how bad our steering column was. So I think we're gonna have to get like a U-Haul little car dolly thing to put it on the front to tow it to paint. So I think that's it for the front suspension. Just have to torque everything down now that the weight of the car is on it. So now, because this was soda blasted, like if you touched it, or I guess like, I don't know, if your hands were wet and you touched it, it would leave like rust fingerprints. So now what I gotta do is I gotta go sand off all the rust, and then I gotta sand all these places with the 80 grit. And then I'll go back around and I'll sand down the entire thing with 180 grit. That way it's all ready for paint. Alright, so most of the rust is starting to disappear. So just wire wheel and sand it off. So now we're just cleaning up our monster line, our edges, stuff like that. Alright, so here she is, all sanded down real nice. So we're about to go to U-Haul, get a dolly, and hopefully it doesn't rain on us. So that would not be very good, especially because we got literally all the rust off. So let's do this, let's get her to paint. Alright guys, we're loading her up, but I don't think U-Haul's got this meant for 35s, or 33s. So, alright, we're gonna have to kind of jerry-rig something probably, but hey, it'll be fine. Man, but look at how good she's looking, guys. Last time it's gonna be this color. Metal. Looking good, body's looking real straight-ish. I gotta zip tie up those parking brake cables, but other than that, monster liner's looking pretty good in the sun. So yeah, let's do this. Guys, here it is in Anvil. It looks super, super good. It looks a little more gray on camera, but I think that's just because of the light. It's definitely a bit wavy, but it's not crazy bad. It's tolerable. But I mean, you get what you pay for. We got a pretty cheap Mako paint job, and it actually turned out really good. The paint part itself is real nice, very reflective. Yeah, but and with the general grabbers, it looks super, super good. And I plan on beating this thing off-road, so it's exactly what I want for paint. And it looks really good with the monster liner. Tailgate looks good. This was our trouble panel. Oh yeah, you can see that wave on camera, pretty good. But it looks really, really good. I'm really excited. The dash and stuff came out good too. So.
Alright, we're happy with the final result.
Yeah, so if you want to see this thing get an engine in it and kind of the whole build come together, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.